Good morning, America, and good morning, whomever, wherever you are on this big world. This is Dr. Jerry. One more time, thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. I am so happy. Got a call from the producer and the director of my UFO movie. Over 200,000 people have watched the movie last month. And they decided to have it translated in Spanish, in French, and Japanese with English. So that means a lot more people are going to hear about my UFOs experience. Two are missing. So they are planning to one of their shows in the future to add those two UFO experience that I had. I'm sure many of you have watched the video when me and 80,000 pounds of equipment found ourselves from one highway to the other one. Happened the next day again, but this time with my car and the mystery two dogs who came in my house and disappeared. All that is in the videos if you have watched them. So I'd like to thank you again very much for your support. Even if I get some 1 stars and whatever it is, this data actually apply for the success of my videos. So anytime somebody goes and talk, good or bad, it increase the numbers. So that's where we are. It's all pretty good. It's mind-boggling and never expected such a response. And that is nothing compared what's next. Yep, there is another videos in the works, and all the detail, of course, are in the newsletter that you have to read, because that's gonna be a life-changing experience for a lot of people, and there ain't gonna be many 1 stars on the next movie. Anyway, just go and read the newsletter and get all the details. So this is what I wanted to say. Secondly, as you all know, because coronavirus, as predicted, is going completely out of order, I'm still driving FedEx. So you're going to see pictures of me with my rigs. You know, let me tell you something. There are also pictures of sudden people who have had accidents and some fatalities. It is a dangerous job. You're going to see the picture of a truck that is in flame. You're going to see pictures of a kid. He was on the other side of the highway on High 10. He was going west. And he was going, I don't know if he fell asleep, lost control. Next thing you know, he went right in the meeting, and a lot of dust. I said, oh my God, that car was going towards the traffic. Luckily for us, he turned the car in the 2 or 3 times. His car went into the dust, and he didn't jump in the highway in front of any of us who was going in the opposite direction. That kid would be dead. There's no way, if you hit my truck, you're going to be making alive. Okay. There is also pictures of a guy which is laying on the side of the highway. He's gone. He's dead. That's why you see a lot of cross. Each time I drive and I see a cross on the side of the highway, you know, I make the sign, because it's a wasted life. You know, I don't know what happened. Guy was tired, drunk. Fell asleep. I have no idea, but it's a dangerous job, especially when we are on the highway. We have the right of way. When you are coming in the highway from anywhere, you're jumping in. Okay, don't stop. Don't slow down. You have a small car. It has a lot of power. Press on the gas and disappear. Stay away from us. Many times somebody, maybe an older guy, an older person, or a new driver for that matter. So this is where I have to realize not to get upset, or not to you know, to go crazy. So I have to be the better one. I am the professional driver. So what happened, many of you tend to come in and then you slow down. No, go, just go. Don't stay there, because now you're forcing me to brake. And then if I'm loaded, I don't know if I'm going to stop fast enough before I hit you. So just disappear from this big machine. Get away from us. And if you happen to be behind us, the same story. Never, ever follow a rig, especially if I don't see you. If you don't see me, I don't see you in the mirror. Okay? Do not follow. You could also follow a truck who has a bunch of mattress or tools or tire. If that thing comes off, it's killing you. Do not follow any rig. Okay? Get off our way. Even that we have the priority, we have the right of way. Okay? I will always give you enough time to go and then disappear so I don't hurt you. Okay? Understand the importance so that you don't get into an accident and upset any drivers out there. Okay, so this is understood. So go and look at the pictures. This is a dangerous job. And people die in many ways. So I'm taking chances, not only with coronavirus every day. And if I catch that thing, I'm 70 years old. I know I'm strong. I know I won't catch it. But if I do, it's a death sentence for me. Whatever. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you watched my latest video, but if you did, at 28 minutes and 46 seconds, I mentioned be ready for the beginning or ending of important phases of life and thousands of people being forced to relocate because of natural disaster and earthquakes. There is no denying my prediction. We had today a 6.1, yesterday a 6.1, and yesterday a 7.0. Now, some people are going to say, well, yes, but you gave the data of the 19 and we are the 18. But you need to understand this is in India and New Guinea, so they're ahead of time. To them, it is the 18. You got to keep in mind that I have to use longitude and latitude for that window to reach everybody anywhere in the world, not just the US. So it is the beginning or ending of important phases of life, and you heard it. Trump's niece has launched her book, and she has been just saying what I said all along, that sad enough, your president stars depict somebody which is racist. You know, it is important not to judge me, please. If you like the president or if you don't like the president, it has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with me. My job, if you were in front of me, I would have to point out your sins and your virtue. I would have to point out your strengths and your weaknesses. All I'm doing is to explain the stars and fate of somebody which happens to be the most powerful man in the planet, in charge of the most powerful country in the world. Okay, so as mentioned many times before, if you are a woman and you marry a Neptunian, somebody that drinks, that takes drugs, smoke pot all day long, somebody which wants to join Scientology or a Mormon or Hare Krishna or God knows what, a Neptunian. You can click on the link if you don't know what a Neptunian is all about, and you can read what the Neptunian is all about. So if you marry somebody like this, chances are you or your entire family will have to suffer to experience the idiosyncrasy or the stars of that person that is in charge of the family. It is the same with President Trump. Somewhere, somehow, thanks to the Russian, which I predicted that they would manipulate the election in 2016, you now have somebody which happens to be a racist. And I'm not saying this in a way that don't vote for him. I don't care. I'm French. I have dual citizenship. I can go home tomorrow if the hell came out of this country. But I don't want it to happen. I have explained that when you have elected a president that has a very negative dragon still, like every one of us, like me, I have a negative dragon still, like you, but I'm aware of it. And that's been costing me a lot by not knowing the effect of my tail in my entire life. This president's dragon state is in Sagittarius, so listen carefully. Sagittarius is ruled and controlled by a planet called Jupiter, the biggest planet in our solar system. Jupiter rules the codification of thought, the law. Jupiter rules education, the books, college, university, the Indians, the Latino people. Sagittarius rules the wildlife, our pets. And you wonder why this president doesn't have any pet in the White House and why you cannot go to church, because this dragon stele regulates religion, the codification of thought. There is a red cross for all that I just mentioned. Okay. As far as we, the people, are concerned. So you give power to a president, you are now forced to suffer his stars and his fate. As I just explained to you, it's nothing personal, it's nothing political. I'm just divulging things that you are never heard before, or if you did and you're an astrologer, you practice modern astrology and you don't pay attention to the location of the dragon, which has more power in itself than the entire complexity of your chart. Why do you think I'm busy? I'm booked all the way up to November, for God's sake. And the reading are coming. That's good, don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to quit that job because people need me. So if you order a reading, deal with Terrania, set it up and forget about it. When comes the time, I will be there. The more you wait, the more you will have to wait. As simple as that. So in that reading, I'm going to tell you all about your soul's purpose, your aptitude as far as building your finance and your self-esteem, how your mental process is geared, how you think, okay? I will depict and check your home area, your real estate values, your creativity, love, romance, speculation, your health, your work, the type of partner you would attract, your career, your wishes, your friend, your subconscious motivation, and where the dragon by birth is located in what house, which you have to be very, very cautious not to delegate with his tail. You also have a hidden dragon. But you didn't sit like any of my students for a full week, listening to me for 6 or 7 hours a day before you can build a reflex, my friend. Do not deny the most powerful science ever offered by God to his children, because you like it or not, you know it or not, you are a child of the universe. You are a part of this cosmic design. And it's time to exit the age of Pisces, the age of religion, the age of deception, the age of poisoning, the age of manipulation, misinformation, and start to get into the age of Aquarius. Now, do you think that this COVID-19 came by accident? No. Listen carefully, my friends, because I'm here to help you and to guide you. You know it or not, you have inherited a part of God. So you are a God in training in this dense physical world. You are learning to create your reality. Absolutely anything, everything around you that you are using, the car you drive, the city you're in, once upon a time did not exist. We have created all with the help of the Draconis and the reptilians, which are trying to destroy everything. Those entities that stimulate the mind of a scientist to weaponize the weather, to create virus, to create nukes, to kill, to destroy, to endorse evil in the darkness, the forces of the darkness. Then you have the Draconis, stimulated by the forces of the sun, the day, the light, the gold, happiness, love, joy, creativity. Dr. Cherry, helping you to raise outside of that negativity that you may have sink in, not knowing better. It is not an accident. You know what? Since the technology is now spreading all over the world, this world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. The age of Aquarius, the age of technology, the age of our space brother, the age of astral traveling, the age of technology, it's here already. And then that is somewhere, somehow encompassing the entire world. All is that, and that is all. The age of Aquarius, the age of unification, humanitarianism, astrology, UFO, the impossible, the incredible, the fate of humanity. But the age of Aquarius also involved the sudden release of energy and nukes, which means we could very well be living the very last few years on the human experience if we do not fight the reptilians. This is serious. And sudden enough, those who are in charge of your destiny, the elite who are in power, would it be on the scientific or the religious position, all these people are not cosmic conscious. They have no idea. Their life is all set by their five human limited senses, dictated, indoctrinated either by science or by religion, which have been created by the reptilians to create more chaos and more death. The age of Aquarius has a very specific purpose, okay? Is somewhere, somehow, we are going to be forced to be unified. When you look around the last few years, looking on your phone, not taking the time to talking to people, spending time on your technology, we distances each other's. There was no hugging, there was no connection anymore. Everybody is looking down on that technology. Is God telling you a message? Oh, you want to be distancing? There is so many things you have no clue involving the forces of the superconscious. This is why I wrote a 600-page book called The Power of the Dragon, or Beyond the Secret, even better. Those books will change your perception of reality. The most powerful man on the planet is on a knees. He's telling you he's a racist. She doesn't have to tell you he is a racist, because it's obvious since the first day this person has been in power. These stars, which are manipulated by the reptilians, are all about splitting, separation. He's a Gemini, so two groups, confusion, changing mind. He's an ADD from high order, but because he has the tail in Sagittarius, he's not educated. He cannot go to any college, university. It's against his stars. He's supposed to learn the hard way. Somewhere, somehow, I have the same dragon than President Trump. That's why all the education that I had never really brought me anything. And there is no school to graduate me, because the people who would test my IQ have no cosmic consciousness. So how can you test me on something which is involving the divine when they don't have the natural tools to delegate the superconscious in time and space? They cannot enter the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness. They only have their five limited senses to give me an IQ level. Whoa, wait a minute. How can somebody less smart than you be precise in depicting your ingenuity or your talent or your gift, or in my case, the downloading of the freaking cosmic code by extraterrestrials? Of course, it is hard for you to accept and delegate such type of information. But you must feel that my heart is there. My commitment is there. Physically and spiritually, I'm doing my best because I understand the rules. Listen, if you see somebody, let's say your best friend, when you've been going through hell with this guy, he knows you, you know him, or that person, that girl, okay. And then all of a sudden, that person wins the lottery. Okay, now, immediately, that person in your mind, well, you know, He knows what I'm going through. He's always been there for me. How come he's not giving me a couple of $1 million? He won 400 million. You see, it's all about being insecure. It's all about expectation. It's all about a judgment that you deserve. You can only attract what you deserve, or what you put in. You throw something up, it's gonna come down. And hopefully it's not a brick and your head is not under there. You gotta be smart, right? Do not be jealous. Do not support the negativity. If you're insecure, if you're jealous, ask this question: why am I upset with that person? You cannot lie to you. It's impossible. Nobody can lie to himself or herself. I can't lie to me. No way. There were times when my brothers were driving his Mercedes and he had all these hotels and restaurants and he was rolling on gold. I was pissed off. I said, geez, man, why him? Why? No, he was my freaking brother. I should have been happy for him to have the money, because I was expecting him maybe to give me the money, to give me his car. Oh, he let me drive his car. He let me enjoy everything. He was the boss. He was very wealthy. Sure, riding his horses and everything else. But I remember I was young. I was 22, 23. I was jealous of my own freaking brother. At 70 years old, it's not accredited universities that had educated me. It's life. It's feeling. It's the pain. It's the trauma, the drama that I went through. 70 years old of education, hands-on experience, will beat any 5 or 6 year or 8 years in an accredited college or university. And even those who have been to those college and university are still looking after me and telling me, Dr. Cherry, I have learned much more in your crash course in Sedona about what it means to be human than 7 years in an accredited college and university before he became a psychiatrist. You know, to deal with my work, to deal with the type of information that I have to offer you, you've got to be refined. You got to be smart. You cannot be an idiot, put it this way, and deal with the cosmic codes jurisdictions. You cannot be a moron and deal with God cosmic design. You cannot be an idiot, a stupid, envious moron and deal with what it means to be human and the beauty of the extraordinary, or the essence of the divine. You have to be a superhuman, or you have to have an advanced UCI. You have to be lucky and born with enough past life residue that would allow you to understand me. Do not judge me if you do not know me. Read, investigate, educate, and then put a judgment about me or anybody else. I'm taking me as an example because, you know, I have been upset with people who knew better than me, who had better than me. Okay, I'm not afraid to tell you exactly that it is a normal human reaction. It's set and designed this way by God himself. So you get your ass in gear and you move on and you educate yourself and you learn and you grow and you enjoy the all that you have worked so hard for. Like now, I'm working so hard. I do a very long week. It's the first time in 2 weeks that I get 2 days off. I was good to sleep on something that don't move and don't make noise. Being able to take a shower, to eat normal food. All right, and not risking my life on the highway, okay, because I could be, you know, killed by a stupid idiot out there or by COVID-19 for that matter. So understand the type of effort I'm doing, okay? Because I want to work for the love, for light, for education, for the expression. I want to work for God. I want to work for positivity. Because again, remember, magnet will attract a piece of wood. Okay? It's just the way it is. If you ask yourself, why am I upset with this situation, this person, or me? Why? You can't lie to yourself. And then make a willful judgment and a willful choice to upgrade your vibration. No, I don't want to be working for the reptilians. I want to upgrade my vibration. I want to attract a good job, a good, beautiful partner. I want to attract money. I want to have a nice car or a nice boat like Dr. Cherry or any other people who work hard for what they deserve. Okay? The idea is to push yourself, work really, really hard to detach yourself from the stinging connection you have with those reptilians. You may not just be ready just yet to really assimilate, understand, or even accept that those nasty entities have stung you. And it's very hard because I have been there. I have been there, believe me. But I have decided to upgrade myself, magnetize myself. I follow and understand very specific cosmic rules that allows me to escape death. Every single day, we have million chances to get killed. Okay, we are lucky until one of our personal negative cosmic biorhythm hits us, and then you may be down, and that's where the reptilian is going to come and finish you up, so to speak. So, it's all about educating yourself. All right, now the title of this newsletter is SOS to the World Deadly Window, July 27. Okay, so there is the quatrain, and I use the same Plutonic negative quatrain because it is the most obvious quatrain you can get. This is where the reptilians will really, really make their nasty dance of evil a reality into your life. Okay. Now, you may have had some information about the moon, for example. One of these people saying to me, the moon has crater because of, traditional scientific proof. Okay, I agree with that too, don't get me wrong. But I know other things that might be so very hard for you to accept and to digest involving the moon when those extraterrestrials build our solar system. It is not an accident for Jupiter to be a monster, humongous planet, because his job, as the extraterrestrials intended, was to, because of his tremendous gravitational forces, was to attract the debris, all these nasty bodies that make those craters, okay, in a lot of planets, okay. They go on Jupiter if they are big enough, because you hit one of these big ones, we are gone. But it's not going to happen. It was designed by the Draconis for the biggest bodies that are hanging around our solar system to hit his big back, like it happened with the Shoemaker comet a few years ago, when you see all these comets crashing on Jupiter's core, on Jupiter's surfaces. So the moon is more than a dead rock. Remember, during the full moon, people are going lunatic, moody, crabby. She creates the tide. She has an effect on your emotions. The moon regulates your emotions, your domesticity. In fact, the last client I had, this beautiful lady that I had with me a couple of hours ago, she had the moon in Cancer. It was easy for me to tell her that she was supremely emotional. She was a great cook. She was highly spiritual. We had a blast. And she was wondering, how did I know all that? So all I'm trying to tell you, you can learn and you can know as much as I do. It's just a matter of bringing your vibration. But first, you must bypass your insecurity, inferiority complex, your fear, enviousness, or whatever negativity the reptilians are imposing on you, so you don't get to the light and you don't become part of the progressive energy of the sun. Remember, the rules: positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front to back, God, devil, the yin and yang, God, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sides of the brain. The ETs are already there. They're already in you. It's up to you to decide if you want to slave for the reptilians and be negative and for eternity be part of the dark forces, or if you want to be part of the light and love and progress, integrity, and education. When the scientists are talking about dark matter or dark energy, they have no freaking clue of what that is. That is nothing else than the reptilians who travel in time and space. They are using dark matter to reach us. We are constantly bombarded by the dark matter, but also by the sun. So during the night, the reptilians have their time to play, to hurt us. And during the day comes the sun. There goes the Draconis. Keep it in balance so that you can leave. There is so much more that I'm going to be discussing in my next movie. I'll be, as I said earlier, talking to some kids, some students, teens that are learning psychology. In one of these accredited schools, or university in Arizona or California, God knows where they're going to set it all up. But we're going to have a discussion. We're going to be talking. And most of all, I'm going to read these people in a way that they're going to be totally blown away. They're going to say, how is it possible that this person knows everything about me? Or the title of my book, I Know All About You. But what I'm trying to tell you, the result of this movie, if you think the one that I did was good and interesting and entertaining and educational, wait until this movie comes out. And then you will realize why I'm set by the Draconis for a mission that I cannot fail. Failing my mission, we have dramatic repercussion for humanity. And that I may sound a little bit, again, very weird for many of you, but that's me to know and you to find out, my good friends. All right, like always, I'm going to be hanging around, being happy, relaxing before getting on the road again. And we'll talk to you when I come back. Make sure, oh, I forgot. I have to do this. If not, this video is not going to make much sense to some of you. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to check on the newsletter that I wrote yesterday, and that newsletter. Not yesterday, a few days ago, I wrote a newsletter with the SOS to the World Draconic window, where anything and everything involving death and drama with the police, everything else, like I always do, prompting you, making you aware of this negative set of news induced by the reptilians. So we already talked about the earthquakes. So the key word is for that quatrain is raw power challenges police deadly villain. Several protesters are arrested in Portland after police say they blocked the building and threw projectiles. Okay, what else do we have involving Secret to Light? Of course, Mary Trump's book breaks record on mammoth sale. So that's a beginning and ending of important phases of life, melting into a secret to light, and the wake-up call for our president. US, UK, and Canada allege Russian cyber attack on COVID-19 research center. I'm sure you heard the news. The word Russia is mentioned on the keywords, and that is big news involving Russia. The word FBI is also there. FBI will investigate deadly police involving shooting in California. FBI. Trump administration declassified document on FBI Russia investigation. Now you have FBI and you have Russia. So I just took a few samples of all the nasty news that took place during that window. Reverend V.K. Gibbs, beloved Houston pastor and activist, died at 57. Famous death. American born Rep. John Lewis, two icons of the civil rights movement, dead in one day. One day, two very famous people die. Don't make this up. Famous death. Okay, U.S. government execute third federal inmate this week. I mean, how can you not realize that when I said SOS, Plutonic deadly window, this type of news is up front. It's there. How can you deny it? Try to understand me instead of going against me. You have much more to gain in understanding how God speaks to us through the sign. This incredible science must be reintegrated in our college university. So People will not be insane and going crazy, because when you take away what God has planned for us to use, you're going against universal rules. And the point of the matter, you're going to pay the heavy price. You know, this does not immunize any one of us from the penalty of being stupid. This is why God created the stars, to be used as sign, so we may live a safe and productive life. New York PD, 6 men who attacked police with wooden object during Brooklyn Bridge protest. Again, police. A Georgia teen and on her first skydive, and a veteran instructor died when their chutes failed to open. Death new. Negative cosmic biorhythm. You don't go and jump out of the plane when you feel like. Make sure that the stars are on your side, because if not, you're going to die. If your teacher is under his negative cosmic biorhythm, he's going to die. You're attached to him. How can you free yourself? Oh, you're gone. You don't have to die. You don't have to suffer the price of your cosmic ignorance. That's why I'm working so hard to save a life. Okay, Florida. 132 coronavirus-related deaths in one single day. Death news. 10 teen dies of bubonic plague after eating infected mammoth. I mean, who wants to eat rotten, stupid? Justin Trudeau, latest ethics scandal could spell the end of his career. Remember, beginning of the end scandals? You're talking about the big guy here. Might be the end of his life, or the end of his career, for that matter. Former Miss Kentucky sentenced to 2 years in prison for sending topless pictures to a 15-year-old. The word sex is there. Secret to light. What else do we have? Children must be back to school, but the tail of the dragon in Sagittarius will not support it or endorse it for many more months to come. Believe me, I know you need to have your kids going to school to have a normal life. You need to go to work. But there is a higher order that you, like it or not, have to respect. I'm just trying to give you the nuts and bolts of what's going on. I shouldn't be crucified for that. Highway patrol. Women are being killed in Mexico at a record rate, but the president said most emergency calls are false. Of course, they are not false. Those guys cannot talk, cannot get close to women because of what's going on with coronavirus. And then those infected people are going to do everything they can to rape women. CHP officers sought sex from women who needed his help, because this cop here, a highway patrol, oh, you know what, I'm not going to give you a ticket if you let me bang you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is serious, my friends. Because of the imposed social distancing, many infected souls will aim for women, and they will infect them through sex. It's not just having sex. It's not being only traumatized, okay, by being raped. It's also being infected by the reptilians, okay? There's so many things that's going on at the micro level that you're not aware of. Now, this sexual racist plague is about to unleash hell upon the world, and this includes more suicide once the tail of the dragon enters the sign of Scorpio. And I don't have fun telling you all that. Suicide, again, Naya Rivera, having a lot of problem with people who cannot think. Their emotion is over their head. I mean, how can you save a kid and drown? Come on, you read my newsletter, you watched my video. This is where we're at, my friends. Okay, this is it. Take a little bit longer than usual. I hope you enjoy the entertainment and the educational values of my cosmic work. And again, go to the movie, give me more stars. If you like Dr. Turi, hey, Dr. Turi will like you. And join my channel, because it's going to be more and more coming your way as far as UFOs manifesto is concerned. And once again, if you order a reading, order your reading and forget about it, okay? They're piling up. It's crazy, but that's how it is, okay? That's where I wish I had a lot of students who can help me helping other people, but so far it's just me. All right, my good friend, one more time, thanks ever so much. God bless you. Again, the mask. I wear my mask. You see it in the picture in the newsletter, because I want to make people feel secure when they see me. It works or it doesn't. Who cares? As long as they are projecting positive thought. Oh, I'm safe. That's enough to keep the reptilians away, because remember, those entities can only survive with your fear, with your negativity, with insecurity, with your enviousness, with you being nasty. Fight it, work with me. Liberate your soul and go and get your wishes, because it's your right. All right, my good friend, we'll see you again next time. Goodbye. God bless you.